Hello YouTubers, this is the Noobifier and welcome to my no bullshit impressions of 2.6 dogfighting and the new variants. Let's begin. During the live stream we got a sneak peek on the two very important things, the 2.6 speed changes and the 4 new dogfighting specific variants. I am not an Evocati tester, however because I'm a content creator I try very hard to keep tabs on what's coming down the pipes. Originally I was very upset to hear that they were cutting the SCM speeds in half. That leak that was posted to Reddit had a list of very confusing changes. It lacked context, and the ships that are supposed to be nimble seem to be nerfed into oblivion. I love dogfighting. Our org configuration and ship choices are tailored for it. Expecting the worst, I stopped flying my Saber some time ago and even started dogfighting in a 350R. I never made a rant video about it and I purposely avoided commenting on it in social media. I'm very interested to try it for myself and I know that day is coming very soon. When I watched the live stream, I took special care to study the changes. I'll say right now that I'm still quite uneasy. The ships pitch around much slower and the ships once locked in combat seem to stick around until one or the other is killed. The reason I'm bringing this to you today is that some citizens may not be tracking the development week to week, and I feel that it's important for us to know about 2.6 before it drops. So the Coles notes, rotational speeds reduced, top SCM speeds are reduced by 50% on average, cruise was removed and replaced with a different afterburner mechanic. Some very drastic changes. I reminded myself that the game is still in alpha. Normally changes like this balance pass occur in beta. The takeaway is that it's not final. We as a community will continue to work together and find that perfect balance. Now I want to address one comment that I read. On the forums, a citizen posted that these changes were being made to make it easier for a new pilot to be competitive early. That the changes are being done to bring the skill ceiling down. To that I say, not bloody likely. A skilled pilot, no matter, will always have an advantage. Practice and repetition means that his aim will happen quicker with more accuracy. His position and attitude will always be better, plus he has a better grasp of all the ship's systems. The new pilot will always be at a disadvantage. We've all been there at one time. We've all been owned and got better with practice and experience. It's just the nature of gaming. I'd love to hear about this in the comments. On to part 2 of this video, the Masters of Flight series. 4 familiar ships being re-released with a new dogfighting-centric loadout, a new paint scheme, and full lore. I suppose the important takeaway right now is that you can pick up a combat ship with LTI. There's 2 options available, Warbond or Credit. Warbond is a cash-only sale and it comes with a little advantage. Credit lets you use in-game credit, but it costs a little bit more. I've always tried to get the most information possible to you. Some official information is available, plus it's easy to tell from the livestream what some of the equipment is. Rather than speculating, whenever I don't actually know, I'm just going to leave it out and we're going to have to wait until it's officially released. These loadouts can be replicated on a standard version with the correct gear. The Aegis Gladius Valiant. The wing guns are NN13s and the ballistic was replaced by a laser repeater which is likely gimbaled as it is a size 2. The missile configuration was changed around and the sexy paint scheme was obviously added. Whether or not it's a good value is completely up to you. In my opinion, the Gladius loadout would be very strong in Arena Commander. The NN13 is a powerhouse, but it requires a good deal of skill. This particular weapon loadout would make less sense flying around the verse, but it could always be customized exactly like a normal Gladius if you had the right gear. The Aegis Saber Comet. The loadout seems to include a pair of Pyro Burst and a pair of gimbaled size 2 Sledge 2 mass drivers. The missile size and configuration is the same, possibly just that they changed out the missile types. And of course, the sexy grey camo paint scheme is also added. Once again, this loadout is an up-and-close personal killer. I think that this would work great in Arena Commander, but perhaps make not very much sense in the universe. The Anvil Aerospace Hornet Wildfire. This one's not officially released, but from the footage, a pair of sawbucks on the wings, a pair of what looks like completely new weapons on the ball. The missiles are likely different as well, but we basically need to wait and see what it releases as. We were supposed to see it today, but because of some minor adjustments, we got the Comet early. This variant makes less sense to me than the original Hornet loadout. The base Hornet has hardpoints that are not being used with the Wildfire configuration. All is not lost. You get a beautiful red Hornet, and you can simply modify the loadout like we've been doing for years. So here's a mouthful. The Aegis Avenger Titan Renegade. This one's also not released, but from the footage it appears as though the stock nose ball is there, and that you also get a pair of size 1 longswords on the wing. This is a great looking ship. This appears to be a fully gimbaled loadout, but because the velocities might not match, you'll need to fire in groups. This is a little bit bad, but good news, it's exactly the same issue as the base Titan. You'll always be able to swap out the weapons like before, and if you like the paint, or you need LTI, you're in luck. So that's it. We'll get some more solid information as the ships are officially released this week, and I expect all the variants to be available on the last day, so there's no panic. I hope you found the information useful, and I hope that you like the no bullshit style. Please consider subscribing for more in the future and posting the link to an org mate. Please take advantage of the CCU system and the LTI Concept X85 to get the fleet that you want. Fly straight, and I'll see you in the verse.